Subtitles: Ladies and gents, today's story will surely crack you up. Vehicle them for $18 and full racing project control, jolting 46. Enzo had no intentions of selling Ferrari to them. He was just playing them like a fiddle to boost the price. Meanwhile, Ford Roman too was more concerned about what Enzo thought of him and the company. The marketing director reluctantly attributed the insults to his 151 errors, angering Ford Roman too, who then resolved to assemble the top team and build a supercar. Subtitles: To thoroughly defeat Enzo Ferrari in the field he was most proud of, thus giving rise to the marketing director's scheme to visit Shelby. After all, Shelby was one of the few who had actually won. He was a hotshot American racer, while Ferrari had been plying their trade on the track. Ford wanted to whip up a super high-performance car in 90 days and outrun Ferrari on the notoriously tricky Le Mans track. Talk about dreaming big. Shelby was ready to say thanks, but no thanks, until the manager mentioned, "Our budget is limitless." That lit a fire under Shelby. So Ford teamed up with Shelby, and Shelby thought his best bro Miles was the obvious choice for a driver. But when Miles got wind of Ford's grand ideas and Shelby's agreement, he burst out laughing. Who doesn't know that the Ford management thinks they are hot stuff? They're just a bunch of money-chasing businessmen, usually the best at playing video game drivers. Subtitles: Yet here they were, attempting repeatedly. Yet here they were, attempting, and failing again and again. Yet here they were, attempting, and failing over and over. He forged a bromance with the Ford VP. Meanwhile, Shelby, a former bomber pilot, dazzled Ford execs with low flights outside the venue. He even landed with a dramatic drift that grabbed everyone's attention immediately. As a racing superstar, Shelby was met with cheers as he stepped off the plane. This guy knows what he wants to do. He wouldn't let a day go by without working, and there are few, a precious few. I don't know if they are lucky, but a few people find what they must do. Some passionate self, some things they have to do, will cleanse their minds. Am that person. I know another man feels the same way at this moment. Miles nods in agreement. Miles took off his glasses, ready to soak up his friend's praise, but to his surprise, even his usually pure buddy was buttering up Ford Roman too, and a bit disheartened, Miles took his son and ditched the venue. That night, Shelby paid him a personal visit. As an old friend, he knew Miles wouldn't buckle under pressure like those suit-wearing execs. But he also knew Miles loved racing, so he begged him for 30 minutes of his time. The two men hit the road in the darkness, with Miles' wife silently watching them leave from the window. Shelby took Miles to their R&D center, where Ford had even rented out an entire airport to make assembling a new sports car quick and easy. Although Miles detested Ford management's way of doing things, he still couldn't resist the temptation of racing, promptly climbing into the GT40 to conduct a maximum horsepower test on the airport runway. The air-freighted engine shattered the serene night, kicking up dust at lightning speed. Yet Miles claimed the driving experience was absolutely horrendous. But his body didn't lie. He hit the gas again and circled the airport like he couldn't get enough, all while venting about the car's flaws. Listening to the roar of the exhaust, Shelby knew his friend probably wouldn't turn down the gig after all. But how was Miles going to face his wife? He had promised to buckle down and steer clear of racing. Subtitles: Little did he anticipate that his wife would be the first to question him, inquiring about where he and Shelby had been the previous night and why he had been so late in returning home, only to receive vague and perfunctory responses from her husband. "You know, the toilet at my home. I haven't lost my home just because of it. Are you attempting to deceive me? However, I haven't made a decision yet. Each second spent in denial wastes money. With his wife's backing, Miles was on his way to raking in $200 a day, earning a living while doing what he loved. For anyone, that's a hard deal to pass up. His main job was to drive the GT40, finding issues and collaborating with the team to make improvements. To test the car's aerodynamics, they wrapped it in yarn, and by watching the yarns trail, they pinpointed airflow issues at the front. The solution? Swapping in a lighter, more powerful engine. With Ford's deep pockets, they rolled out a lightweight aluminum Vate engine. GT40 got its beastly heart, and as soon as Miles hopped in, he was blown away by the incredible acceleration. Lap time records kept getting smashed. But just when everyone thought Miles would dominate Le Mans in the GT40, the Ford VP, uninvited, swooped in demanding Miles be yanked from the GT40's entry list. The reasoning? His style and demeanor were too counterculture, not fitting Ford's polished image. Shelby put up a fight, reminding them how this man took down the competition on the beach in Daytona and scored victories in Germany against Nick. But the vice president remained unmoved. He didn't intend to let that happen. He also claimed Miles was too self-centered and would say something dumb in interviews that could hurt Ford's sales, insisting they swap him out for someone he had no beef with. Shelby had to face the music and bring Miles into the office, feeling guilty about getting his friend booted due to some petty spat. At this moment, Miles was still desperately trying to find ways to enhance the car's performance, and at this time, everything seemed a bit out of sync with the plan. Surprisingly, Miles didn't blow up as expected. He calmly reminded Shelby for the drivers to keep an eye on their speed to avoid transmission issues. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video.